It's almost time to finish up our long 3-week trip in Armenia, and our last stop is 2 nights in Jermouk, the water capital of Armenia. Good morning from beautiful Jermouk. We had a nice breakfast this morning and a nice sleep last night, and we're going to walk to go explore the town now. I've heard all the beautiful waterfalls are here. They get all of the water that is bottled for Armenia here in Jermouk. So you'll see a lot of the bottles that say that name on it. We've been drinking this water the whole time we've been here. Now we're visiting, so it's really cool. We decided the first stop in this beautiful town should be the Jermouk Water Gallery. Bring a cup because you can try out the different temperature mineral waters flowing from pipes in the walls. They have the many different fountains here. This first one is warm. Did you like it, Emma?
Yeah, it's like tea.
It's a little salty almost.
Yeah.
Let's see what the next one tastes like. It's metallic.
It's 35 degrees.
Okay.
It
It made my glasses steam up.
is salty.
This one's hotter.
It is. It's 45 degrees.
This is less metallic tasting. Interesting.
Metallic?
It tastes like metal.
Can I try?
I like this one the best so far. Each time they get hotter, I like the taste better. 53. The hotter the water, I think, the better it tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The metallic. What? The first two may be a little sour.
Yes, like metal. Yeah.
Metal.
We then continued our hike down a long winding path that takes you next to the river and below the bridge that brings you into the town. The beauty of nature is evident in this spot, and we really enjoyed seeing all the lush plants growing near the flowing water. We eventually arrived at a natural land bridge that reaches over the river, and we're told to make a wish when you cross under it and it will come true. The Mermaid's Hair waterfall was one of the most picturesque places in Jermouk and a popular photo stop. The legend of the waterfall was that a nobleman who had his castle at the top of the gorge cursed his daughter for seeing a shepherd boy every night. She would throw down a rope for him to come visit her. She was cursed to become a mermaid after seeing him one last time, and the waterfall is her hair cascading down the rocks. This amazing place is a waterfall that is named after hair. It almost looks like women's hair cascading down the rocks. It's so nice. The water's very cold too. We climbed up on the rock in the middle and took a nice picture. These people are crazy. These stairs, I'm halfway through. They go so far down. and straight up, and they're very rickety. I was like, can we check them and make sure they're not broken before we decide to climb them? So the men went ahead and went up to the top and checked. There they go. Still going. We made it up somehow. And now we've gone in search of some coffee, and we have some nice umbrellas that the hotel provided. And it's drizzling a little bit, but I like the rain. I like the temperature. It's very nice to walk with an umbrella, and we're gonna go to this little cafe if it's open, find some coffee, some drinks for the girls. Part of the day. Emma, is it good?
Haven't tried it yet.
Got coffee, hot chocolate. We got Jolly Rancher in a glass. It's not good. Autumn likes it though. We enjoyed spending time relaxing in our last night in Jermouk and got up early the next morning for the long car ride back to Yerevan.
Come on. Scary elevator.
Scary elevator time.
Peanut butter scary elevator time. Get in now. Peanut butter and creepy elevator wide light out, and the orange like that just makes it more scary.
We decided during our last few days before we flew home, we would explore a few more things in the Yerevan area, and since the girls had never seen Geghard monastery, we saved it for the end of the trip after Dad and their grandma went back home. This is my third time visiting, but I feel like it never gets old. This is one of the most popular pilgrimages because of it being built in the cliffs just about an hour outside of the city of Yerevan. This ancient location was first built upon in the 4th century by Gregory the Illuminator after he brought Christianity to Armenia. You can see the story of Saint Gregory in our second video in Armenia, where we visited Khor. This place is one of the best examples of medieval churches in all of Armenia and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tourists flock to this place every day, so get there early if you want to avoid having to maneuver around large crowds. Many people will bring a water bottle also to collect water from the famous spring located inside the church. Sing a pretty song. Do it. Stop it. Today we're at Geghard, This is one of the most famous chapels, monasteries in all of Armenia. A lot of people come here for the healing spring waters, and it's named after the spear that pierced Jesus. It's really beautiful. Right outside the monastery, you can buy the best gata sweetbread. According to legend, this type of gata bread was first made here in Geghard. We first got a big one and devoured it in just 2 days. We stopped to have some as a snack on the back of the car and encountered some local Armenian ants. It was funny to find I had caught the whole thing on video, and we can add it to the collection of things that was not funny at the time, but is funny to look back on.
My ants?
Oh yeah.
What is it? On her, ants.
Oh gosh, really? There is ants?
Yeah. Hold this. Hold this.
Oh what? I didn't know there's ants
Okay,
on
hold
me.
your arms up. Be still. Be still. Let me see.
They're on me? Ah! Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I saw one. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Okay. Be still so I can look, okay?
Yeah, like pile.
Okay. Maybe you leaned on the tree. Were you leaning on the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they're gone. Hold on.
Yeah, don't lean on the tree anymore.
The ants here don't really bite like that. We don't have fire ants here. Oh, I'm still recording.
We made a quick stop at the Mother Armenia statue that looks over the whole city. When we arrived back in Yerevan, the temperature was quite warm already, but not unbearable, so we went to go check out a few things around town we had never seen before. The Mother Armenia statue is a spectacular statue that overlooks the entire city. In 1950, a statue of then Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin was erected on this spot and was later in 1961 torn down. In 1967, the statue of Mother Armenia was erected in its place to commemorate the victory of World War II and has overlooked the city and her country ever since. You can walk the grounds exploring the old military vehicles and see the Eternal Flame monument in front of the statue. Inside the monument is a free museum to view the history and memorabilia of the wars over the years involving Armenia. Later that afternoon, we visited the Genocide Memorial Grounds. There is also a museum, but I felt the girls were too young to view the more graphic photos they have displayed of the horrible atrocities Armenians underwent by the Ottoman government's efforts to cleanse Turkey of all Armenians. This place is the single most haunting and memorable places I have visited on all of my travels, and I wanted to show the girls the importance of its history. Between the years of 1915 and 1916, approximately 1.3 million Armenians were systematically murdered through individual killings and intentional starvation. The extensive and horrific history of this time affected every Armenian family and was one of the main reasons that there are so many Armenian people around the world today. There were so many thousands of people who fled and created Armenian communities around the world, and there are events all throughout the year at this memorial and is a must visit if you spend any length of time in Armenia. Our time in Armenia has sadly come to an end, and we were very, very heartbroken to leave. The girls spent an afternoon playing in the water and then got to bed early for our 3 a.m. flight out of Yerevan, heading back to the US. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you subscribe to see what amazing adventures our family is up to next.